Hello, dear friends. Ignore the noise. It's irrelevant to the mission. Charlie Mike. Opinion piece. Days of madness. Difficult transition. Emergency powers. Madness has a cure. From chaos to hope. The barrier is crumbling. The fire horse is galloping. Full speed ahead with no brakes. Something very important is beginning. Fires, blackouts, and Schumann resonance. Let's start. The first 12 days of August are a whirlwind, bringing one high-impact event after another. From the Perseid meteor shower and the Lion's Gate portal to the total solar eclipse on August 12th and the migrant invasion of Ceuta. All in all, it is one of the most significant periods of the year from a spiritual perspective. You don't need to know everything yet. You just need to know that these days deserve your attention. Stay alert. Something very important is beginning, according to Elisa Arias. There are blackouts and power outages in the Schumann resonance, according to Master Cash. The matrix is responding to this intensity with constant failures and shutdowns. We are seeing massive arson, despite what disinformation agents say. The fire horse is galloping at full speed. Shootings are coming to light, more frauds are being exposed, and all kinds of occult activities are taking place. It's like watching vampires exposed to direct sunlight. Cool, yes, but creepy to constantly see vampires screaming in agony as they slowly die. So, take a breather. Focus your attention and energy on expanding your physical paradise on the new earth. Behind the scenes, extraordinary things are happening during this maximum chaos. We are in full frontal assault mode. They are attacking all fronts of the white hats, and you can't defend everything. What is shown to the public is the defense of the old system. What we don't see are the offensive plays being executed silently. Don't obsess over poisoning the downfall of the cabal. That in itself can be a trap. The excitement and thrill of harboring vengeful energy are self-destructive, especially in this fluid and potent energy. We don't need to force the demise of the old system. We need to live as if it's already dead. That takes us to our highest timeline much faster. We are in the most potent energy yet. Let's make the most of it. Live peacefully and in Zen. Emergency powers. Emergency powers are exceptional powers that the state can activate constitutionally or legally to address a serious and temporary crisis that threatens public order or the normal functioning of institutions. Their central idea is to allow extraordinary measures to overcome the emergency, not to permanently replace the rule of law. Guardian Daniel describes the mechanism by which martial law will be declared under the jurisdiction of the military lawyers' corps, through a process designed to eliminate all remaining legal obstacles. The ultimate goal is to achieve world peace, not permanent tyranny, but true and balanced justice for all people and for our beautiful planet. Everything is designed to prepare the civilian population to support efforts to return all countries to alignment with cosmic law, or here on Earth with common law or genuine territorial law. This is a global realignment to rid our planet of all vestiges of the control systems illegally imposed for generations by the former controllers. I know this may seem illogical to many, but the coalition has determined that martial law is necessary to eliminate the ability of unelected criminals to continue disrupting the world. Illegal corporate structures designed to deprive civilians of their property and rights are being confiscated, stripped of their assets and stripped of their ability to continue resisting the coalition's accountability efforts. Once this difficult transition is over, our world will be entirely different from the one we have had to endure for generations. Humanity and the earth will be rehabilitated and renewed in ways beyond the imagination of those still discovering they were prisoners of thought and slaves to a dark system. Take a deep breath, friends. We will overcome this together. According to Guardian Daniel, the official deployment of the emergency doctrine within the broadcasting space executes the unstoppable closure of the legal and executive trap on the remaining shields of the insolvent civil matrix. Within the fifth generation warfare, the Allied Supreme Command does not operate on temporary political considerations, but on the inflexible foundation of martial law. General Birchheimer's landmark 1904 legal treatise provides the structural baseline for this operation. In the precise millisecond that a legitimate government becomes structurally immobilized due to transitional sabotage, deep infiltration, and the current G7 embargo, the international public legal mandate of the military government's judicial administration is taxed with indisputably isolating the constitutional continuity of the state. This disassembly. According to Captain Kyle, dismantling systems is a process, and before bringing them down, new backup systems must be built and established for their implementation. You cannot overthrow a corrupt government without a replacement system. Alliances and partners are needed throughout this process. So are financial systems. It's about building the new infrastructure, putting it into operation, and then pushing the corrupt system into failure. People need to see and experience the hidden side of all this, and this leaves them with a scar of the bad things they never want to relive, through experiences that everyone must endure. The worse things get, the closer we are to overcoming it all and turning things around for the better. And then we can free ourselves from it all and begin rebuilding the world we want. It's already happening behind the scenes. We just haven't reached it yet in the timeline, but we will. The true golden age awaits us. Nothing can stop what's coming. Committee of 300. Behind public organizations lies a much older and more powerful body that coordinates the entire global agenda, according to Mr. Kitbull. Known as the Committee of 300, this group was created in 1727 by the British East India Company. This is a permanent and hereditary global hierarchy of control comprised of the world's most powerful individuals, who sit at the top of the pyramid. They are not accountable to any government. Governments are accountable to them. They decide which nations will rise, which will fall, and which wars are necessary to redraw the world map. The coalition has eliminated the highest level of this control structure, which was inhumane and only partially human. The so-called Olympians considered themselves a superior race, destined to rule over the useless eaters, in quotes, a term they used to refer to the general population. Their goal was the creation of a single world government, where national borders would be abolished, private property eliminated, and the human population reduced to a manageable 500 million, as indicated on the Georgia Guidestones, which were demolished by the coalition. They used Tavistock's social engineering methods to destroy traditional family unity, national pride, and individual spirituality, replacing them with a hive mind dependent on the state and subjected to extreme surveillance. They managed not only the economy but also the evolution of the human species. The coalition has revealed that the influence of the Committee of 300 is being systematically dismantled. The masters are losing control, and the barrier is crumbling. They believe themselves to be gods because they have money. They forgot that power resides in the people. The financial sovereignty of nations is being restored through the QFS, and the secret accounts used to finance the Olympians are being confiscated. The White Hats have managed to map the hierarchy of the 300, and the legal cases for crimes against humanity are nearing their end. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.